Hey up YouTube, welcome back to UK here, and as the title suggests, we are Blackpool bound.
Start spreading the news, I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it.
Blackpool, Blackpool.
Blackpool bound, baby. Yep. Friday, today's Saturday, there's something or other of July. There's a little bit actually. It's the 8th. The 8th of July. So Friday the 14th, we will be heading our way to Blackpool. And I can't wait. So I thought I'd just do a very brief video. One or two odds and sods from my favourite shop. And then again, just reiterate, obviously a quick chat of Blackpool, a little bit of news on that as well, and yeah, that's about it. So, bear with. I don't want installing a tumble dryer, integrated one. You wouldn't have thought it was anything. You just slide the old one out, and put the new one in. No, not in the kitchen that fucking the Chuckle Brothers put together when we moved in here. I don't know what they'd fucking done. They'd put the tumble dryer in and then put a radiator in front of it so you could slide it out. So I'd take all the kitchen cupboards out to the right of it, move it. Oh, fucking not. Anyway, that's by the by. So yeah, a little bit of. Actually, it does have some bearing because I won't be going booting again tomorrow. Yeah, I know it's been 3 weeks. Been 3 weeks. My lord, since my last. My last riches. But no, it's just money. Say new dryer, I mentioned before, it's the wife's birthday, and then we've got Blackpool, so there's no, I don't want to, you know, be taking £100 up there and just sort of spunking it on CX credit and then not having any money. I can't do that. I've got to be a bit more savvy. As I mentioned before, I say the fact that tumble dryer took a shit, it's just compounded it. And also, yeah, I have purchased probably the second, if not probably no, I don't know, maybe the second or the hardest Saturn game to get. A certain tuber was on hand to advise, because I was like that a little bit, because it was my sort of Blackpool saving funds, but I thought it might be too good an opportunity to turn down. So we'll wait and see. That's yet to come. But it's moments like that where you kind of have to bite the bullet. So if I hadn't, and I get to near the end and I need that one, I'll just be kicking myself that I never did it. So yeah, we'll see, you know. Could turn out to be a damp squib. Anyway, what I have got, just before I have a bit of a waffle and a chat about Blackpool, off of, I'm going to say Galaxy Sega, but I don't know if it's Retro Realm. Do you remember I bought, there he is, I bought this, I was going to put this on, Street Fighter the movie, obviously missing the front doober. Now, before I bought this one, there was a chap, again I'm one or two, the Retro Realm or Galaxy Sega, that had the manual for Street Fighter the movie. So I said, he wanted £3 for it, so I thought, you know what, I know for a fact that that's the insert, so if I could get a loose disc or, you know, something like that and just try and cobble it together, £3 it was like, you know, it's worth a punt anyway, just for the manual alone. He then said, oh, I might have found the back. So he very kindly as well has found the back insert. Now, looking at this manual, and the one that I've got here, this is probably slightly better condition one. It has got a little nick in the corner there, but from the front, etc., it looks a lot better. And I think, if I'm correct, I do believe the back insert is less faded. This one looks quite... I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Yeah, you can see it from here, look. So that's actually worked out okay. If I overlay that to that, you see what I mean? So, yeah, a bit of a, I suppose an upgrade, even though I've only just got it. But, along with that, the item never turned up. So it's only £3, and I just thought, fucking hell, where's that? And where's that gone? So I messaged the guy. I said, oh, leave it with me. And he went away and checked and come back a day later. He said, oh, sorry, I left it in the work post and the guild didn't understand what I was asking to do, this, that and the other. So I've got it sent through, first class signed for, bizarrely. And I'll give you your money back. And I can't remember his name, Scott Wiggum. Scott Wigwam, not Wigwam. Not Wigwam. Scott Wiggum, I'm sure it's Scott Wiggum. I could be wrong. I'll have to check. Anyway, sound bloke, and you know, he's obviously just gone, have your money back, mate. So, and a nice manual back insert. Right, very brief bit of this. Not a lot to show because I haven't been booting, so I haven't been, you know, building any credit up. Basically, I mentioned about took back the Produce and some to the some outs, can't remember. So a little bit of credit. These have come through. I've got one more game that's coming through, which I've bought cash, well, PayPal cash, because again it was too good of a price not to. We shall wait to see the condition of that one. But I grabbed this. I'm not keeping this one. I will be looking to grab another. I'm not surprised it's not in the greatest condition. These are going to be really hard to get. It's one of the only handful that come in this version for the Sega Saturn, and it's Riven, the sequel to Mist, and it's obviously a double box, bit like Enemy Zero, and obviously Panzer Dragoon. And yeah, the box it's there, but it's man, ain't happening, ain't staying. There's a serious lack of flappage, and it also suffers, that one there suffers from that typical thing where someone's pushed the top flap and just bent it all back. So yeah, I mean, that's fucked. That one's alright, I think, yeah, because that's the second one. But the manual and that's alright in this. Yeah, it's all tidy. It's just the outer box just took the outer box has just took the beating, which it's supposed to do. But that thing there just fucking does my nut in. So yeah, the box is fucking shot. So this is just a make weight, essentially, until I get some credit. And I'll try and order it again. You know, I'll just keep plugging away till I get a decent copy that I'm happy with, because I ain't happy with that. But I've got it nonetheless. Yeah, I've got it in a form of one or t'other. So that's what I mean. Once it's bent back, it's so hard to put this in without fucking causing further damage. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'll do it later. Yeah, so Riven the sequel's pushed the bottom out now, but yeah. Now, this one came through last. I ordered all these together. I've been looking at this. You can see I've got this mint. 15 bones. I thought, oh, I'm not fucking paying 15 quid for it. The box version's a tenner, so box one come up. I thought, bag that. I didn't realise that it's the hard case. So I looked at it, I thought, yeah, I'll just clean off a bit of gunk off it. I thought, I can do that. Clean's not a problem. Little tiny bit of scuffage on the top, but nothing major. Opened up, all in there, sweet as. Then looked at the disc, and fuck me, the disc was absolutely mullered. Really was bad. So it is Tetris Plus. To say, nice, decent, hard, solid case. You know, the only point of note is that little nick there. Inside, it's got literally everything. And then the disc was fucked. So I've took it in to the shop. It's cleaned up a little bit. You can't. I don't know why people do that sometimes. Oh, look at that! Look, you can't see anything. But it's better. It's better. To be honest, I don't think their disc clean is that great in that shop. So if it still won't work, I'll put it on after this. I'll take it to another one, because they seem to have to buff stuff up better than them. I don't know what they fucking do. I think they put it on the lowest setting. Because I told you the guy, the owner, is a bit of a skinflint, so he probably uses like half the fucking liquid or something like that he's supposed to. Yeah, so anyway, tenner. you know, I think I sort of use Wishwash Lewis's formula for that. If it's £2 or £3 between mint and boxed, I'll go mint, but that's a £5, so does not fall into that category. And the last one. Now, I don't understand why this is not mint. And I know I say it quite a lot. I could probably see one thing, which I'm sure I can get off. But other than that, I was like absolutely blown away. I think it's about a £30 game. I think something like that, and it's Book 2. Now this, as you can see, is now the only thing it's got is just a little bit of sticker residue. Just there, see it? Wow! I mean, there's literally no wear to it at all. Nothing. I actually thought it was fake to begin with. I thought someone's printed off as a fucking repo cover. Repro, but it's absolutely fucking fan-dabby. I couldn't believe it. I didn't believe it. But I said when I looked at it and I just seen that little bit of sticker. There you go, you can see it there. But oh my god, should be able to get it off with a bit of IPA. Just gently build it off and wipe it off. So yeah, well happy. Numbers. Come on, Stu. What numbers are we at? We are 36. Okay, 36. Still a lot of games. You know, you think 36. Well, when you look at Retro Collect, it's like just under 2 screens. Well, it's 2 screens. Yeah, because I think it's 20 per screen, so it's definitely 37 odd. But that's still a lot of games, 37. Some of them are really expensive that I need to get. No doubt about it, so we'll see. Obviously, I need to get Blackpool out of the way. That's you know, the thing that's kind of not slowing the videos or the booting down. It's just circumstance. It's just, I think it's just bad timing with everything gaps going on. So about Blackpool, I'll tell you what, I generally sort of don't really get too excited about some of the events up until a couple of days before. But I've been excited about Blackpool for a long time. I think it's because it's taken so long to arrive, so to speak. So, yeah, as I mentioned before, I'm going up with Chris Novabug. We're going to be traipsing up there, stopping off at Rich Turner's, popping to see Rich, do some trade with Rich. I'm looking forward to that, because I think it means I can get some more stuff moved out from here that I've got sort of set aside, if you like. Yeah, and then obviously Friday night at Norbreck, I would encourage anybody, all and sundry, to try and attend the Friday night. I say generally we kind of use it. I don't know how it just evolved this way. I don't know how it evolved. It might have been me sort of saying I'll bring some stuff and that people want to buy it. So it could have been my fault. I can't remember. It may have been Daz's idea. I can't remember now. It probably was Daz's idea. He comes up with all the best ideas. But yeah, bring all your trades, bring all your swaps, all your for sales. I say I usually bring a holdall, get pissed and forget what I've got. Or do a Pete Love, Pete Armour, and just give your stuff away. That was funny. So I've got a few gifts for people, etc. So like I say, if there's anything you're after, let me know. Like, yeah, I'm like some sort of fucking shop. But yeah, I'll be bringing a selection of stuff up, let's put it that way, because I probably need a bit of funds anyway after what's gone on. I mean, nothing, mate, nothing like fucking outstanding. It'll just be, you know, some PS2 titles that might interest some people, some Xbox originals. Look here, maybe 1 or 2 PS1 titles, N64, loose carts, you know, someone might need one, be interested in. So yeah, like I said, I'd encourage any of you guys to do that as well. It's a great night, and say if you're going to get a few games cheap, or you make a few bob, or you trade something for something you wanted, why not? I should I will and I should. I'm hoping, I will and I should, and I'm hoping to, I don't think it's ever happened, I don't think, anyway, I need to check, but I will and I should and I might be interviewing Andy Brown, who is the managing director of Replay Events. Obviously he owns Console Passion and stuff like that, so he's kind of like the unknown, he's like the what's his name? The Great Oz and Wizard of Oz. He's the man behind the curtain pulling all the strings. So obviously he does the video game markets now, the Doncaster ones. Obviously he does all the Play Expos. So it'll be interesting. I've been speaking to him. I won't reveal too much about what. I mean, I sort of know him in passing, and he knows me in passing. You know, we sort of said hello and spoke very briefly in the past. But something happened anyway. One other person knows the story. And I got speaking to Andy on the phone, and he's offered to sort of say, well, yeah, I'll sit down and have a chat with you. Come and see, I think he said the Sunday. So, well, I'll be going Sunday afternoon. So he said, well, come see me Saturday afternoon. It's quiet down because obviously he's a busy man. So that'd be quite interesting if we can get, you know, a 10-15 minute sort of sit down with Andy Brown. Would anybody be interested in watching that? You know, what drives, how did he get into it? You know, all that kind of stuff. If you've got any questions, if anyone's got any questions you want to ask Andy, you know, for me, I'm really interested in just how he evolved to where he's got to, and his thoughts from back in the day, from the first Blackpool, which I didn't attend, you know, and his thoughts on you know, the retro community and in general. But if anyone's got any other questions that they want to ask, or they want me to ask, leave the comments down below because that'd be quite good. Like I say, it's not going to be, I don't want to be anything official. I said to him, just sit down, just have a chat, you know, buy you a pint, and you know, 10-15 minutes. Don't leave it too long because he's obviously a busy man, like I mentioned before. Off the back of that, them's on Facebook should have, hopefully, if you're following Play Expo Blackpool, you should see a list of vendors now. That's quite an extensive list, and as you can see in the notes, and it may have been due to the conversation we had, there's very few food vendors on there, and there are a lot more. Some of your big hitters, your sore thumbs, your Plushie gamer, Alan, Scottish Alan McCluskey, he's coming down, so there'll be plenty of stuff. I think Alan's told me, I think he's got 2 tables now. So the thing with Alan is he's got some absolutely quality items, but there's too much. There's such a good thing. There's such a thing as less is more. Fucking, I said that to him at Retro Games Market, Super Retro Video Games Market. I said less is more sometimes. So if you just had less stuff and just set it out properly, you know. But I think he gets carried away, and you know, it's boxes and boxes of stuff, all imports. So that's your import source there for sure. There's a few names on there. Attic Bug's back. I've seen something to do with Spectrum. I haven't really sort of drilled in and looked behind the names, but I skimmed over the list. I say those that have been before compared to previous years, it's a massive leap forward. I think Andy even said they were going to have some in the corridor, which they haven't had since the first time I went there. The first time I went to Blackpool was absolutely brilliant. They had stalls, you know, like little indie ones, like kind of like me, people rocking up with their own stuff and whatnot. All in the corridors. All Grainger Games is going to be there as well. So you know, I think it's going to be fucking pretty good. I think, like I said, it's ramped up. He's listened to the feedback clearly. So my last video I sort of said I hoped he had, and he clearly has been listening. So you can't ask any more of the bloke than that, can you? You know. And as he said to me when we were chatting, he's got to try and strike that balance. You know, he understands, from our perspective, the differences that we see it. So, you know, for me personally, and even he said the same. There's a lot of, because you probably don't realise, but there's a lot of people that that may do a stall at Manchester, but they come to Blackpool to enjoy the event, because obviously you don't, and I know that for a fact, you don't enjoy the event when you're there. Matt Soulfunk Retro will tell you, when you're standing, you don't get to see it. So it's quite interesting that he said that. So they pick and choose, which they would do. Obviously Blackpool tends to be less footfall, it's a smaller event. So they prefer to stand at Manchester and go to Blackpool to enjoy it. But the flip side to it is them that want to go there to buy stuff. That's, you know, it kind of it reduces them options. So yeah, it's a rock and a hard place. I think, fingers crossed. I think it's shaping up to be a really good event this year. And I think it looks, like I said, he's bulked it out a bit. A lot more stuff going on. Well, as you say, he's got the new Crash that's going to be on there. He's got the ukulele. So there's some, you know, sort of new old references in terms of the gaming side of it. And he's got to strike the balance. I keep saying that, and he kept saying that to me as well, because obviously he wants to entice some of the newer people, the younger crowd, which may be into retro, but they may only have a PS4 and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got, you know, I think we need to give him the benefit of the doubt a little bit, somewhat, quite a lot actually, because it can't be easy. So yeah, I mean, what else am I going to say about that? I mentioned last week about them maybe going to arcade club, so you've got that option. I think in terms of the arcade machines, there's definitely a sit down Afterburner Deluxe, and I think it's either Space Harrier or the Outrun one as well. And I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing all the lads I haven't seen for a while. I've got a few little gifts of different people. Some will know, some won't know. What else I want to say? Come on, Stu. So I need to get a bag of stuff together, so to speak. But I mean, after Blackpool, it's only the August the 12th, which is Doncaster. So, you know, probably less than a month away. So I don't want to go too bad. And I say I'm coming up with Chris. So I don't want to be filling Chris's car up with all my stuff. Chris, I hope we've got something bigger than Mini. But yeah, that's it. I would just encourage anybody to come along. You know, it's not a Manchester. It's not really Comic Con. So Manchester is very much like the cosplay, sort of morphed into a a Comic Con / retro event / all encompassing. Andy did even say to me that a lot of the cosplayers have kind of pushed him to sort of say, look, can you expand the cosplay side of Blackpool? So, you know, everyone's got their own angles that they're feeding in at him. And there's this retro gamers sort of shouting from the rooftops, and there's the cosplayers shouting from the rooftops. And I'm guessing there's probably going to be board game players like your Rich King Retro. They want to, like, oh, can you start bringing in some, like, trading board games like he does at his other events? So, yeah, it's a rocking out place, I think. But yeah, I'm well looking forward to it. Got my hotel booked. Some good news. Alex Nintendo Arcade's coming at lastminute.com, so that'd be great to see him coming up in his little van. I can't think who else is last minute. You're gonna have all your usual faces there anyway, like me. So if you do see me, offer to buy me a drink and I'll just gladly sit and chat to you. No, I'm joking. If you do see me, come and say hello. Honestly, I don't bite. I'm not that way at all. I won't ignore you. I won't be horrible or look at you as gone out or anything strange or weird as that. Jeff Bagley's going to be. Jim Bagley's going to be there. I don't know whether to go up to him and say call Jeff. He probably doesn't even watch the video and everything. He doesn't know. Fucking hell, the twat. But yeah, there's some nice extra little bits of people from Ocean. I know the guy who does the art from Ocean is going to be there. I can't remember his name is now. The Sonic guy's there. Tons of stuff going on. Tons of stuff. And then you've got Blackpool itself. What a lovely seaside town. Anyway, I think that's long enough from me. I say not a great deal to add other than get your ass to Blackpool next week. You know, obviously a week today, if you like, it starts, but we'll be getting there the Friday, so July the 14th, 15th and 16th, Saturday and Sunday. If you can make it on the Friday the 14th, come up to the Norbreck. I don't know what time me and Chris are going to get there. 12 to Rich Turner's, maybe about 5-6 o'clock ish, maybe a bit before, depends how long Rich is for, but I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Oh, we're going to have Pat and his Lady Queen will be in attendance as well, so it'll be good to see them. So yeah, there's loads going on, loads of people. It'll be a great laugh. Absolute fucking blast. Be there or be square. Take it easy, YouTube, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.